All right. Well, long story short, for what I've been waiting for, still waiting. So today's video, just kind of an update on that. That is the update there. No new news. No progress. But yeah. Something more on the personal side about me and, what's been going on for the lack of more interesting news. So about 2 years ago, or possibly even longer now, my lease expired at, relatively nice apartment, and, my mom was nice enough to let me move into her house. I'm about 35 years old, and just paying out the rent versus living with my mom again. It was it's very nice of her to do, and it's been really nice being here. It's a pretty darn nice house and all of that, and it's nice being able to spend more time with mom. We pretty much watch a movie every night, and she's cooking dinner, and it's a huge help during the work week, and I think she likes having somebody here, or at least she's polite enough not to give me the boot or anything yet. But long story short, I've been living here for the past 2+ years. The majority of my stuff is sitting out in an open area in some boxes, and I walk past that pretty much every day, which apparently isn't the best way to be or whatever. So for the last week, I've been kind of updating or unpacking that space. A couple years down the line, like, don't get me wrong, I've set up the computer, and I have a desk to work at, down here in the room that I'm staying in. So, the essentials got unpacked, but, clothing and whatnot, that's sitting in a closet. So, but, the rest of the stuff is just all sitting out there, and, and just temporary storage that I, walk past all that clutter every day. So my ingenious solution was to, buy a couple of, $9, wall colored, relatively closely, blankets, and I just threw that over it. And it's, honestly, I've been enjoying that part, but, the big news that's getting me, excited, other than, kind of updating that area, and, kind of unpacking some things after, a few years here. There's a stray cat that, has been, showing up at the back door for at least a week now on a consistent basis, if not longer. My cat's been, making yowling noises every night at the, about the time that cat's been showing up for a long time now. So, potentially that cat's just been, trying to get some help for a while, and, it was very thin when I first found it, but, I've been feeding it for about a week now. I've been getting all, into building it, some outdoor shelter and whatnot. It's pretty much got its own house out there with a nice little heating blanket and whatnot. But, I was talking with mom yesterday, and she's totally right. I mean, she was saying I gotta go take it to see if it's microchipped, and we got to get it inside before the winter. you know, I don't want to, I don't know, you know, I'll see if she's, well, you know, I wouldn't mind adopting another cat or something along those lines. So we'll see how it goes. It's very friendly. The last couple of nights when I've been feeding it, it's been, you know, trying to come in. So, you know, I don't think that'll be, you know, too much of an adjustment for it. Potentially it's never used a litter box. So, I mean, you know, that might be, you know, a potential issue to figure out, but you know, my cat has been on his own for a long time, or forever, so you know, I think it's always wanted another cat, and you know, I don't know, it's a very nice stray cat, so but it also could potentially have an owner, so you know, for the rest of the day, well, not for the rest of the day, but sometime today before, you know, I got to go back to work for the week again, I'd like to take that down, get that microchipped and up to date on all of its shots, and you know, that way it's safe for, you know, my existing indoor cat, and you know, we can find out for sure if it's, you know, just missing from its, you know, owner, or you know, what the deal is there. So you know, we'll get that cruising here, but yeah, that's pretty much everything going on. I mean, we're getting ready to get into the standard extra time, and you know, so I may be busy until like January or whatever now, or February, somewhere around that line. So, you know, really don't got a lot else to say on anything else at the moment. So, you know, we'll just kind of leave it there, and you know, hopefully we get this little cat some help. But yeah, hope you're doing well, and have a good day.